Leg day is here again on this 6-month comeback documentary. Today is a hamstring dominant day though. Last week we did a quad dominant in our last workout, and now it's going to be more hamstring dominant. So part of my workout is to do a seated hamstring curl, but we don't have that here, so I'm doing a standing hamstring curl, now followed up with a lying hamstring curl. When I was doing a standing, you'll notice like one leg is a lot weaker than the other because I tore my hamstring some years ago when I was heliboarding in the Himalayas, ragdolled it, and I didn't even know that I tore it at the time. I thought I just twinged it, and it wasn't until I actually dieted down and did a photo shoot in Australia when the photographer, who's a good friend of mine, could see that there was definitely something missing on my hamstring, and it was the belly of the muscle that got torn. So it doesn't cause me any problems, but it is a little bit weaker, so I'm just mindful of that on unilateral exercise. And then my favorite exercise for hamstring is the lying hamstring curl that we're doing now. Doing about 5 sets of around 15 repetitions, some drop sets here and there, and keeping it simple. Then I think we're going to do some maybe some stiff-legged deadlifts after that to really torch these hamstrings. So hamstring is a muscle group you really cannot have too much of, you know. I very rarely see a bodybuilder being marked down because their hamstrings are too big, so I'm going to annihilate them right now. Hamstrings ass, we decided to throw in a couple of more movements and a couple of more body parts after that, and that was calves and abs. And this week we did it in a superset fashion. The reason why I like to keep it very intense on days like this is because they're smaller muscle groups. So obviously if I'm training something like chest or back or legs, I'll take a lot longer to rest in between sets and chat to you guys. My training partner and the cameraman here were apparently trying to talk between sets, but I had the music blasting on. And that's because I just like to try to keep these workouts really short and intense when they're smaller muscle groups, and I know those muscle groups respond very much to intensity, a lot of blood volume, and a lot of volume in regards to the repetitions. So the rest periods are very short. So keep that in mind if you're doing isolation movements and smaller muscle groups that do recover fast, such as your abs and your calves, then you can keep it a little bit more intense and just focus on getting a pump into that area, you know. And so, you know, when you're training with a training partner, be mindful of just as soon as they've gone, you go after, and back and forth, so you can keep the heart rate up, keep the intensity up, and, you know, don't allow the pump to leave that muscle group, you know. So you can almost keep pushing that pump until it starts to go flat. Then you know you've got nothing left in the tank there then, you know. I feel a lot better today. Yesterday I was feeling weak. Today I'm feeling a little bit stronger. Had a better night's sleep, and made sure that I tried to chill out and relax last night, and it seemed to have worked. So hopefully we'll continue to go up as the week progresses. So remember, if you're watching this video and you don't know exactly what is the order of things of this workout, make sure that you look at the description so you see the exercise order, the reps and sets and whatnot. Have you got anything to add there, Sibel?
Just keep it intense and go push past that failure point, because it feels pretty good. Got a good pump in my hands, my quads, calves. I worked other muscle groups.
See, Sybil was going to train a little bit later, because I said, are you going to train now? And she's like, oh, I don't know if I feel motivated, because she's been lacking in sleep lately. But, you know, my response is just get it done, just get it out of the way, because if you're tired now, chances are you're going to be even worse later, and procrastinating isn't going to make it easier. Just get it out of the way. Don't keep tugging on that bandage, rip it off. And the other thing I said, look, you're training with me. You're not going to have a bad workout.
That's true.
It is.
That's true. How can I say no training with Kris?
Yeah, exactly.
Kinda hard.
Yeah. How can you say no to anything to me?
Oh, I can say that.
Yeah. Thank you.